So hope you all are doing well on this Thursday morning. I actually came down with a head cold, right? And so my new thing now is, what would my higher self do? Now, normally I would become a brat. I would still get some things done, but really I just want to lay down, and I use it as an excuse to do nothing. And I said, well, what would my higher self do? I said, I'm able. I probably don't feel that great, but I'm able. So I still want to get certain things done and then allow myself to rest for the rest of the day. But I don't want to use it as an excuse not to get things done when I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I can do it. So the first thing I'm going to get done today is washing these dishes. I didn't wash them last night, so I'm going to wash them this morning. Okay. I'm going to listen to some self-development stuff on YouTube, which I found to be a great morning routine. Listening to basically self-development in the morning, and then the early afternoon cooking, editing my videos, and things of that nature. Yes, I'm a stay-at-home mom, work from home mom. And I like to get my work done in the afternoon, in the early afternoon. So self-development in the morning, early afternoon, get my work done. And then when my son comes home, by that time, now I get to take care of him, do things with him. And I feel like it's a well-balanced day for me. So I'm not going to use this head cold as an excuse. You know, when your kids go to school, listen, they come home with all kind of stuff. Like, where y'all getting it? Where them other kids getting it from? You know what I mean? So they just come home with all kind of things, honey, baby girl, sugar pie, honey bun. So anyways, let me get these dishes together, and then I don't know if I want to go for a walk outside so I could get the fresh air and the sun, and maybe that'll make me feel a little better. Or if I want to get on the treadmill, we'll see. But I'm still going to get a little bit of walking in today. I still want to get to my 10,000 steps, period. Oh my gosh, I can't stand the head cold. But, however, I want to take this as a test. What will you do with this? What will you do with this head cold? Okay. And I said, well, I'm going to get some things done. I'm going to continue my routine. And if I feel like I can't, then lay down. But as long as I can, I will. All right. So let's get into it. So I'm about to wash these dishes like I told y'all. And shout out, if this person is watching this video, you know who you are. I don't know if you want to be shouted out with your government name. So I just want to say thank you for that blessing. If you are watching this, thank you. I am so appreciative, very grateful for that. I was shocked. I was actually shocked. So thank you very much for that. You know who you are. But in general, thank all of you. I'm grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for everyone who tunes in, who watches, who comments. And I know there's a lot of us content creators who we make sure we support one another. And I just want to let you know that the support is always welcomed, and it's always appreciated. All right, so while I'm washing the dishes, I'm actually going to listen to a self-development video. And yeah, you guys, let me know how you all are doing. It's a little cold out. It's like 30-something degrees, so that's why I have on 2 shirts. I like wearing this when it's cool outside. It's comfy, you know. Reminds me of New York. Okay, I'm not Brooklyn born. I'm born in Bronx, New York. Okay, Bronx, New York, where my New York people at. You know what? Can y'all do me a favor in this video? Let me know where you all are from. This is gonna be like a what I did in a day while I have a head cold kind of video. I'm not using this dishwasher. I'm gonna use it as storage today. But yeah, let me know where you all are from, because I feel like I always forget, and I want to get a refresher where you all are from. So please let me know. All right, dishes are done. What's crazy is I finished the dishes at the same time that I finished listening to my self-development video, and it was so powerful. It was so powerful. It talked about how wealth chases you when you have a wealthy mindset, and I absolutely love that. So my morning routine consists of self-development. It's about me. It's purposeful. It's intentional, right? Cleaning is intentional. Self-development videos, making sure I get my walk in the morning. I have good talks with my mother in the morning. That's always uplifting for us both. And these things are intentional in my morning time. It's good for me to do. I like a clean space. It helps my mind. And yeah, wealth chases you when you have a wealthy mindset. And it's funny because for a long time, I've always felt like I was not motivated by money. Sorry, you guys. Like I said, I have a cold. I realized I was not motivated by money. I was always motivated by the truth and always motivated by growth. And obviously, when you are still learning yourself and you're still in environments that are not conducive to your growth and who you are meant to become, it can hold you back. And so as I got older, I started to rid myself of things and people, but then I would invite them back into my life and then rid of them again. It was a battle with myself, on a regular basis. And I could feel it in my spirit, right? That I was meant to have a wealthy mindset and that I would attract all things that I desire. And it's funny how even as a young kid, I was always attracted to the truth. The issue is that sometimes we are not actually living in our truth. And as a perfectionist, I can say that there has been times where I want to be perfect, and that is what I want. That is what I want my life to appear as. And the truth is, there is no perfect life. What I do have, though, is a mindset of growth. What I do have, though, is character. And those things I want to continue to build upon, right? I realize with people, they like to, or they are attracted to or admire people who have lots of material things. And in the past, that would upset me, would bother me. Like, don't you care about the person's character? Don't you care that this person isn't a decent person? And I realized most people don't care. What people care about is power. And what looks like power to them is having lots of things, right? Having lots of money, right? And it's interesting how I feel like people don't understand that even people with so much can have a poor mindset, right? Everyone's journey in life is different. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, everyone's journey in life is different. So there are those who haven't earned their monetary success, yet they have it. And they can be some of the most miserable people in the world, right? But those of us who have worked hard to build up our character, no matter how much adversity, no matter how much trials and tribulations, no matter how many tests, no matter how many times we went backwards, we went one step forward to go 10 steps backwards, no matter how many times that has happened, God has forged us to be stronger and stronger each time. And I think that is so important to know is what is true wealth? What is true freedom? And I think it all starts in the mind. I believe everything that is genuine starts in the mind. And so that's what my mornings look like. Me having that kind of self-talk with myself. How you talk to yourself matters. And understanding how intentional you are with your day-to-day activities matter. And I'm usually someone where I just want to wake up, do whatever. And I've realized that I feel better in my spirit and my mind and in my body when my routine is intentional. That doesn't mean I'm not going to have fun, because I like to have a good time, baby girl, okay? That's not what that means. There's a time and place for everything. However, having a routine that aligns with a wealthy mindset, aligns with your higher self, that is where we should all be gearing towards. That is what we should all be practicing. And so, yeah, as a stay-at-home single mom, I don't usually talk about being a single mom that much, because I just feel like when I was pregnant, I kind of knew that that was going to be the thing, that I was going to be taking care of my son pretty much by myself. But he has his grandma, he has his mom, his other grandparents love him also. They're awesome. However, I knew that I would, as far as mother and father goes, I knew that I had a feeling that I would be doing that on my own. It was a spiritual thing. And my son is a lot of karmic lessons for me. He mirrors me, but times 100, right? And so he shows me the things that I need to correct within myself. And I will be unable to teach him properly if I am not first the example of the things that I want him to be. So, it's been an interesting journey, because right now I'm living in Pennsylvania, I'm living in PA, right? And I'm Bronx, New York, born and raised. And in New York, I always worked. I always had a job. I was never without a job, ever. And until COVID happened, that was the only time I was without a job. And it's interesting that, make sure my eyes ain't got nothing in there. I hate that. I need to blow my nose. Give me a minute. As I was saying, I've always worked when I was in New York, and it's interesting now not working. I did work out here for a year and a half, almost 2 years, as a professional chef in a professional kitchen, and I got the job so easy. I got the job so easy. My sister started working there first, and she was bragging about me being a good cook, which I love my sister. If you haven't yet, please go check out her channel. It's a podcast, I Am Alexis podcast. She'll be giving commentary on things and talking about, real life things that she's experienced and learned. And yeah, it's an awesome channel. Please go check it out. Subscribe, okay? Set your notification bell for her. All right, I Am Alexis. It's down in my description box under every video that I've been posting recently. So go check her out, right? And so I got the job so easy. She started working there first, started bragging about me to the chefs there. And so she landed me an interview. And what's funny is before that, I was watching, I think, Hell's Kitchen. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I would be able to work on a line like that. And when I say, first of all, going into that job, I was one of the oldest ones there. And everyone else other than the sous chef and the executive chef who worked on the line were young. They were all in their young 20s, right? And so I'm coming in there in my upper 30s, have never worked in a professional kitchen. I was like, oh my goodness, but I trusted God. I felt like God sent me there. He said, oh, you want to know if you can do this? I'm going to show you that you can. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And so I went in there, and I did my thing. Yes, I was nervous, of course. It was my first time in a professional kitchen. They had a lot of equipment that I was not used to. Because, at home, I'm very traditional in the house. I don't have a lot of equipment in my kitchen. Okay, so I was very traditional in there, and I'm like cutting up my cabbage with the knife, and they're like, no, you can put it in the RoboCoupe. And I'm like, what's a RoboCoupe? It's basically a machine that shreds. You just chop up the cabbage or whatever vegetables into, medium-sized pieces, throw it in there, and it just does the work for you. And I was just like, oh, that's lazy, but I love this. So, yeah, trusted God. And I knew when it was time for me to go, once I realized the environment was way too toxic, and I realized that my value was not seen. And I have learned, if I'm in an environment that does not appreciate my value, to leave that environment, okay? To distance myself from said people or said environment. And was that hard? Yep. However, I don't know. I just have this unwavering faith and belief in God, and He has always taken care of me. When I say always, I mean always. So even though right now, currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom, people are probably like, well, how do you get things done? I just do. I just do. I do my best. I do my best to walk in the path that I believe God is sending me. And right now, I believe I'm meant to experience this solitude, experience feeling stuck in the house in a sense, because that is where I'm going to grow. When I have too much distractions, it causes me to focus on the distractions versus focus on my growth. Everyone's journey is going to be different. However, this is my journey. And I know that there's other people who are in similar situations, whether it's in their mindset or physically. And you have to understand that it's bigger than you. And so what I've been realizing is that there's so much purpose in my pain. There's so much purpose in my pain. There's so much purpose in my truth. There's so much purpose in my story. And so that's why I've been coming on here and sharing more with you guys in this type of way, because I feel like sometimes we can be so down on ourselves and be our own worst critic. Although that's not always bad to be your own worst critic, but I'm saying when you're speaking to yourself in a negative way, when you are keeping yourself in negative spaces, I feel like we do that way too often. And so I'm learning that the more I speak my truth, the freer I feel. I don't feel like there's anything holding me down. I don't feel like there's anything overwhelming me, because I'm letting it pass. I'm not feeling the need to be a perfectionist. It is what it is. I understand who I am. And that's for everybody. You have to understand who you are and continue to want to grow each and every day. Make that decision to be better, to be great, and to move in greatness. And so just small different decisions each day can do that very thing. And so you know what I'm saying? It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. I cannot say that enough. So yeah, I'm going to go, I kind of want to go for a walk. So let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. All right, let's go outside. I think the fresh air will make me feel better. Front door. It's chilly out, but it's a gorgeous day at the same time. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, what are some ways in which you guys feel like you could use some self-development, some growth, some more wealthy mindset. In which ways can you grow? In which ways have you been practicing bettering yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to come off the phone because I want to just enjoy the weather, enjoy God's creation, enjoy the sun, and just let it heal me. Okay? Okay. I feel good about sharing my truth and being more open. I feel like that's something that I need, literally, and I'm sure that the things that I need, other people need as well. You know, so yeah, it feels good to release certain things, especially because sometimes we let things build up, and the devil knows how to use your secrets against you, make you feel shame for things you have no business feeling shame for. God doesn't want us to feel shame. He wants us to grow, elevate, expand. And so anyway, all right. I did not let this head cold, I didn't let this head cold defeat me. I walked 4 miles. I'm almost done my walk. I walked 4 miles, burned over 300 calories, and been walking for 58 minutes. By the time I get to my house, it'll be an hour. I'm so proud of myself. Whew. So when I'm finished with my walk, I'm gonna get myself together, cause I've got some place to go. And I'm going to my kitchen. Mama gonna make some egg rolls. I wanna go make egg rolls. I wanna go make egg rolls. That's so greedy. Cool. Ooh, make sure after you do a long walk, you stretch a little bit. I'm gonna do that when I get inside. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Then I'm gonna get myself together, spruce myself up, and make me some egg rolls. I'm gonna record it, of course, so I can share with you guys the recipe. They're gonna be vegetarian egg rolls. And then, like I said, edit some videos and post and comment. And you know, I'm always watching you guys' stuff. Me and my mother, because she also helps me network. Watch all you guys' stuff. Make sure we support all those who support us and more. Okay? Okay. Get into it. Be back in a bit. All right, I've spruced myself up. I'm feeling a lot better. I still have this head cold. I'm talking about I'm feeling better as in the sprucing up. The sprucing of the upness. I failed to mention, oh yeah, and I have on my chef coat. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. Now, I failed to mention earlier in the video that one of the first things I do when I wake up is pray. Pray and read scripture. So I have this app called jw.org, and I like to read scripture on there. It's a Jehovah Witness Bible app. For example, the scripture today. So I pray, I read scripture, talk to God, you know, get my day started right. And the scripture today was the fruitage of the spirit. What does that mean? A lot of people say that people are blessed when they have a lot of material things. However, the fruitage of the spirit is really love, joy, kindness, goodness, self-control, mildness, patience. Those are the fruitage of the spirit. That's the kind of things that I'm talking about when I talk about wealth. Of course, you need money. You need money to survive. Money allows you to pay your bills, allows you to go places and do things. However, true wealth comes from your character and having the fruitage of the spirit. Okay? Okay. All right. Anyway, so this is what I'm using today. This Beyond beef with avocado oil. I'm letting it soak and defrost because I forgot to take it out last night. I wasn't feeling good last night. I was not getting back up. No, I was not. So anyways, that's it for this video. Okay, I think this video is long enough. God bless you guys. Thank you to every single one of you who have tuned into ALX TV. I appreciate every single one of you, of course. God bless and peace. Listen, these vegetarian Egg rolls. I was about to say tacos. These vegetarian egg rolls are so good. I was chomping down on these bad boys. I know when everybody tastes it, they're gonna love it. And that sauce I made, so good. I always use what I got. I said, how can I sweeten this up? So I added some brown sugar, but I was like, it need a little bit more oomph. Added some duck sauce from the Chinese spot. Listen, so good. I'll have the full recipe for you guys and my shorts. So just keep an eye out for that. And again, God bless. And of course, peace.